Sorry. Are you Super Diva?
Is anything wrong? Did I park?
Are you Super Diva?
I live here. Normally I park
This is for you.
here. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, this was so unexpected. A policeman just brought me 2 questions for the Super Diva consulting room. How does our voice work and how does a singer prepare the acting part of a specific role? Our vocal cords, our main vocal instrument, are like a mystery, and they are almost a miracle of nature. How these 2 tiny little white muscles can produce such an effective and emotional sound. Even if you explain it very technically, you cannot totally explain how can your soul come into your sound. That's something really very special. But let's talk a little bit about these 2 very special vocal cords, which can also be named of vocal folds. They are located in the mid portion of our neck. They are behind the Adam apple. In men it's quite easy to feel it because it's much forward than in women. And they are inside the vocal box or the larynx, in the top part of our windpipe or trachea. In the front they close, and in the back they open and close like in the V form. When we are breathing they are open, they don't vibrate. When there is a certain air pressure, they vibrate and they create a group of sound waves that are enriched to the exterior in our resonators, located also in our larynx, but also in our mouth and also the bones of our face. They are extremely important to form these resonance that characterize the timbre of your voice. And so that's our vocal instrument. They are horizontal. They are like in this shape and they vibrate also horizontally. For instance, by higher notes, they become stretcher and thinner, and lower notes, they become thicker and also smaller. When we are born, our vocal cords, the boys and girls, they have almost the same length of 2 millimeters. Such a tiny instrument can produce such a powerful sound. It's amazing, because when we are babies, our breathing process and our muscles are so open and they function so well that with a tiny effort they produce such a powerful sound. And we opera singers, we try to recreate that support that in babies we have by instinct, and then we lose while we are growing because of everything, because we are not supposed to speak very loud and we cannot say everything we want, and we are being also manipulated a little bit by society and by our education. And of course that has an extreme influence in our muscles, in the way we speak and in the way we express ourselves. And now moving to the second answer. An opera singer in his education has to learn how to act, how to build a character, how to move on stage, how to have a stage presence, how to use our body, our expression, our eyes, our face. Our body becomes a whole instrument to shape a character, to shape emotions, to shape a story. That's extremely important. But this acting should not affect our singing. So our singing must be really free and really very well rehearsed and placed so that the acting part enriches it and doesn't affect directly. That's very important. So when you prepare a role, of course you have to have in your mind the physical characteristics, the emotional, the psychological characteristics of your character. But you have to have an open strategy in your mind, because you're going to work with a stage director that has a very can have a very different opinion of your own, and you have to deal with it. The acting part is more and more important and exigent. One of the most impressive things on stage is dying. You can die as many times as you want on stage, and it's a kind of luxury you're not allowed to in real life. And you can love and you can kill and you can be mean, and it's only pretending and giving the audience a very strong emotion and a very strong image, giving them opera.